Let me get this recording. Thank you. How is everybody doing today? Welcome to this live stream. I am absolutely delighted to be here. It's been kind of a crazy week for me. My father has had some significant health challenges this week that needed addressing, which is why I haven't been live since Monday. And it's kind of thrown me for a loop. You know, I'm just going to be really transparent here with you. This isn't about garnering sympathy or anything else. It's an explanation of why I actually have not been on. So what's interesting to me, and we're going to talk about money today, which is awesome. Sorry about that. Distractions everywhere. I'm going to shut the sound off on my computer so I'm not distracted. What's interesting to me is if anybody is having any kind of other health challenge other than COVID-19, it seems to be taking a massive backseat, even if the resources are there to be addressed. So, you know, many of you know that my dad had surgery, amputation on his foot for he's diabetic, and he had gangrene back in September, and it just didn't heal well. And so they'd gotten through most of his hyperbaric treatments to get that closed and the wound healed. And then he ran out of visits, and then this COVID thing hit, and everything else just kind of stopped. It's like the world stopped. So why I'm explaining this is it seems like there is what's up for most people is the world seems to have stopped. And people are feeling ungrounded. I know I have felt ungrounded and really overwhelmed. And on top of all that is, you know, life is still happening. 6.6 million people have filed for unemployment. So money is up in such a huge, huge way for everybody. And I want to address this feeling of ungroundedness and overwhelm and money and, you know, what do I do? How do I file for any stimulus money? How do I file for this? How do I file for that? There's so much energy up right now. As I was meditating and contemplating what to work on, it was like, there's so much in the collective. And I laugh, but it's huge. And if you are empathic, if you are highly sensitive in any way, you're probably feeling this too. So I want to be of support here. I want to let you know how much you have all been on my minds. All of you have been on my mind, not minds, plural, my mind. And how important it is to really stay grounded and stay together. So what I want to do is let's just bring all of your focus and attention back into your physical body. I can feel how ungrounded the energy is and how diverted we all are on what's going on on the globe. Again, this COVID-19 thing has really gotten most of our attention, and it's important that we're aware of what's going on. But as far as being our main focus, I think our main focus needs to be back into us. What are we doing for us? What is important for us? How are we feeling? What are the emotions that are being brought to the surface? This is an opportunity to use this silent or this cloistered time. I'm going to use cloistered rather than quarantined or sheltered in place or whatever version you want to use. I want to use this time really productively with you so that we can begin to clear and move through some of this energy, because this is bringing up all of our fears. It's bringing up, it's forcing us in a lot of ways to refocus and to rely and connect on one another in different ways. There's a lot of information out there, misinformation, disinformation, and sorting through all of that, what's actually going on, what isn't actually going on, and it doesn't matter. All of that is still outside there. This is important to be in here, be in your body, be focused in here. So just take a breath and let's leave out there for just a few minutes. Drop into your body. Notice what it's feeling. Your body is talking to you. I know mine is talking to me. I'm feeling really puffy today, really like I'm not quite hydrated enough. And that's usually a sign that my body's fighting something off, or that I've got a toxic burden going on. We laugh now. And it could be because my diet has not been really great. Let's just be really honest and really clear. How many others have made brownies and, eaten all kinds of junk food because it's comfort food that's not really great for you. And again, I told you I was going to be super transparent. Yeah, exactly. And so I asked today for input about what's up for each of you and what you would like to have cleared. And Leisha says there's old anger and pissed offness is coming up, and grief and just chest pain. And a lot of this feels collective. And I agree with you 100%. Hi, Amy. Hi, Lori. Thank you. Thank you for your kind comments. So anybody else listening, what else is coming up for you? And for those of you who don't understand this work, I'm Michelle Manning-Kogler. I do quantum healing work. And when I connect in, when I do this work, I'm actually connecting with everybody who's viewing this also in the future using quantum physics, quantum mechanics. Amy says, crying a lot, heart chakra is trembling. So there's, again, that fear is coming up. Sadness, I can also feel, Amy, as you're saying that. I've been really emotional this week too, and kind of in this place of almost apathy. None of it matters. What's the point? And then it's like, wait, that's a lot of interference. So what is, just feel all of this energy, be present to what's happening for each of you. Thank you, Betty, for the information on clearing, and I do have all of those things. Take a moment though, and let's be really present with ourselves. There we go. And I want to do some quantum clearing work. I want to do some quantum soul clearing work, some of the other modalities that I have learned over the years that really help bring you back into you, and do some healing and activation work as well for you, your family, your loved ones. Hi, Melissa. So let's just begin allowing that these feelings that are here are trying to tell us something. And whatever it is from the collective, let's put it in a separate containment field. It's not necessarily our responsibility to respond to it, except that we are part of the collective. And so if we give the intention then that whatever's in the collective that is no longer beneficial to us individually, let's just delete that energy. We're going to call on whatever, you have your own religious or spiritual belief systems. Feel free to call on God or Jesus or Buddha or Krishna or whatever your belief system is, and let's just connect with the divine. There we go. Allowing these fears, these emotions, we're going to acknowledge that we're feeling them. There we go. And feel into them. Are they yours, or are they someone or something else's? And that's the first question to ask yourself. Are these originating from me? And everything that's originating from you, we're gonna send into a separate field so it can be addressed. And just allow all of that to just kind of rise up, just kind of bubble up like effervescent champagne bubbles or whatever. Just watch as it and feel as the cells of your body begin to release this energy. We're going to seek, find, gather, and bind all of the grief, that feeling of loss, that fear, the anxiety. There we go. The emotion, anger, frustration, rage, whatever emotions are there. This is perfect. The uncertainty, anywhere that we're picking up, I can feel grief really, really strongly. Grief from job loss, grief from the perception of loss of freedom, the grief from loved ones who have gotten sick or perhaps even died, grief for the planet, grief for, wow, this is evoking a lot of stuff. So whatever that grief essence is for you specifically, there we go, just acknowledge it, allow it to come up, feel it, be it, let it move through you, up and out of you. Let's bring in love. And anywhere that money is tight, and the fear that wow, there's a lot of money fear right now. That is just almost overwhelming. Not knowing what to do, not knowing how to handle this, not knowing what, where to go, where to turn, who to be, who to reach out to. And then for those of you who own small businesses, the overwhelm of filing for stimulus relief, the reams and reams of paperwork that appear to be involved in that, and the uncertainty of whether it's going to help or not. Let's just seek, find, gather, and bind all of that. Pulling it up and out. And simultaneously, as all of these energies are being pulled, I want to simultaneously download and infuse a sense of love and support and well-beingness. We're going to bring in comfort and concern, proper concern, you know, that oh, I can feel. Let's begin downloading while this is clearing and being pulled up. That nurturing, the essence that I have, and I'm not sure what the right word is, but it's that feeling of being calmed, soothed, like a small child, like a baby. My grandson was born a month ago, and a new grandson was born a month ago, And there was something so soothing, even for me, just holding him. Now, he's a very serene baby, but holding him when he was fussy and feeling that connection. And so even hold, like you're giving yourself a hug, and rock back and forth, just gently rocking back and forth, front to back or side to side. But just that soothingness of soothing yourself. And especially if you live alone and you are sheltering in place, you're probably also really missing some form of human touch or human connection, face-to-face connection. So take a breath in, and let's just feel that comfort. Feel that hug that you may be giving yourself right now, but also know that that's coming from me. It's coming from the divine. It's coming through to one another. It's the essence of being cared for and appreciated and understood and heard. Know that you are loved and that you're valuable. And even if there's uncertainty, you have the resources. So there's a big part of your being. There is a part of your infinite being that knows exactly how to get through this. It knows how to be creative. It knows how to think outside of the box to create something else. So connect with that part of your being and know that that part of your being is now informing the entirety of you. And this is from Ask and Receive. And the entirety of you is receiving that information fully, simply, easily, completely. Take a breath in, receive the information. The transformation, or that information transfer is now complete. Your entire being at many levels knows exactly what to do. There we go. And let's bring in the energy, some healing energy into your central nervous system so that the central nervous system is calmed, it's empowered. There we go. Clearing out, again, that grief, the fear, anger, any of the negative emotions completely out of the central nervous system, peripheral nervous systems. Cleared out of the mind so that any evidence that we have that the world's just going to hell in a handbasket, so to speak, is simply released. And in its place, the opportunity for creativity and to create new systems as we come together. What are the new systems? What are the new things? What are the things that haven't worked? And how can we choose collectively to create what does work? How can we come together in consciousness and awareness and beauty and peacefulness to create exactly what it is that you like, what we desire? How can we support each other so that, if we can solve this by an entire planet stopping and sheltering in place, we have the answers to absolutely everything. And I'm hearing, there's another agenda, and there probably is. I have no doubt that there probably is. But I don't think they planned, whoever the official they are, on us coming together the way that we have, or being able to do the work that we're doing together right now. And so as immense creator beings, and if you're in my community, if you're watching this video, if this video is being shared with you somewhere, you're a creator being. You have an opportunity to use the infinite intelligence and your ability to create on this planet and in this universe something incredible. And so as we link forces, and I'm reminded of that game Red Rover as a kid, where we'd all link hands and then somebody would try and come break through. Most of the time they couldn't. But as we hold our collective hands together, we create this unbeatable, unstoppable force. We create a sense of community and unity and oneness and wholeness in a completely different way. As we hold together in strength, and as we hold one another together in consciousness and awareness and desire, what do we desire to create now from this space? We have this time out opportunity. What new is being birthed? What new thoughts, new creativity, new systems, new ways of being that are supportive of the entire collective, not just a certain portion? What can we create together? Because that's the bigger question. And I want to create hope. I want to create consciousness with you. I want you to know who you are at every level of your being. I want you to know that you have the inner resources, and the outer resources will also reflect that. You need to understand what the shadow is that you're carrying from your generations, and how to move that up and out of your system so that you can be and experience your genius. Right now, the world needs your genius. It needs all of our geniuses. That's why I'm doing this. This is my genius. My genius is helping get all the garbage up and out and cleared so that you can connect with your genius, to be exactly who you are. It's to help you understand that the bad feelings, the negative feelings that you're experiencing are there for a reason. And it's to understand that you can rise above that. We all feel bad. It's part of the human condition. And we've been so programmed to believe that, you take a pill if you feel bad, take an antidepressant, take an Alka-Seltzer, take an aspirin, take an ibuprofen, take a fill in the blank. It doesn't matter what it is. Somewhere along the way, we have decided that it's not okay to hurt. But the truth is that when we're uncomfortable in some way, it makes us more creative. We have trained our children to believe that they should never feel bad about anything. And that is not helping them. As a matter of fact, it's disempowering them. Because when you do not feel good in some way or another, you will not look for solutions. And we've got a big solution that's asking us to find it. So what are the solutions? Let's bring in the energies that are needed right now to find the solutions for all of us, to find the financial resources, the emotional, mental, physical, spiritual, and financial resources that will support each one of us individually first, and then collectively. This is a time to be selfish in a way, and I heard somebody just gasp. This is a time to be selfish in a way that is looking at the self and asking what serves me that will then serve the planet. What's coming through me? What gifts, talents, and experiences do I own and you own that you've been given to make a difference? Because that's what this is about. So just drop into that. There's so many healers here in so many different areas. Business coaches, business people, accountants, counselors. People are in my community from all walks of life. Doctors and nurses and professionals and CEOs we all have a big part to play in this. So what's up? What is up that we can move through, that we can acknowledge and move through now to create the solution? Let's bring in hope, hospitality, a connection to one another. Let's bring in transcendence and triumph. Let's delete all of the old programming of survival and one-upmanship and greed and lust, jealousy, envy. Let's delete the old version of selfishness that is about, I have to have more than you in order to feel good about myself. Let's delete all of that out of the central nervous system, out of every system, every aspect of our beings. We're just deleting the programming, any of the energy that comes up with that. Let's delete the negative connotations of competitiveness. That means that we have taken to believe means that if we don't win, we're losers. Because that's not accurate. Competitiveness is generally with self. How much better can I do today? You can compete with one another, but in the old competitive model, somebody always lost. Even if you were competing in the Olympics, which is, oh my gosh, amazing, which means you are, one of the top 1% in the world as an athlete. That in and of itself is a win. So how can we change the essence of competitiveness to be more self-focused so that each day we're competing with ourselves or we're activating self-mastery? Maybe it's not competitive, maybe it's competitiveness, maybe it's mastery that we're seeking. How can I be the very best, the most excellent, the epic version of self that I want to be? And just take that in. Because when you are focused on being the absolute best that you know how to be, with your own gifts, with your own talents, you can't help but rise above, and cream on milk rises to the top. And it's that way for a reason, because it's the essence of who you are, is that master creator, that master of experience. And we rise above adversity. We rise above conflict and challenge. Because when we're in mastery and self-mastery, we're creating something even better within and without. All of you who are here, every single one of you who are here, have a role to play. You have a mission. You have something really important. You're a big piece of the universal puzzle and the planetary puzzle. So what can we do together? What can we be together that's greater than the sum of its parts? How can we co-create together today and every day moving forward to live in that genius, to live in that brilliance of who you are? And I just want to leave you with the frequencies. Let's download some antidote frequencies for any grief that you're feeling, any depression, any apathy. We're just going to begin deleting that old programming because it's non-beneficial, acknowledging that we're having it, and then choosing. What do I choose instead? Because that's about mastery. That's about self-mastery. I choose joy. I choose to give myself permission. I choose integrity and intelligence and joy. Choose impeccability. I'm choosing to be impeccable with myself, to acknowledge what I'm feeling. If I don't like it, then I get to choose something different. To be in that space of gratitude and goodness, of fulfillment. And anywhere you need to apply forgiveness, and I'm speaking to myself as well, let's apply that frequency so that we can move forward. It's that line in the sand that says, you know what, we've had this interaction I don't like, and I'm choosing something else. I'm choosing to no longer let whatever's transpired between us, whomever there's non-forgiveness, no longer willing to let that control me. And I'm choosing love for myself. I'm choosing courage, choosing to be the best that I know how to be. Let's download confidence and appreciation, blessings, beauty, bliss, achievement, abundance, creativity and co-creativity, cooperation and collaboration, more self-mastery, self-respect, self-love, self-esteem, self-worth, that feeling of being safe and secure in the satisfaction of a life well lived and a job well done, being rewarded, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially rewarded for the genius that you bring into the world. It's that sacred, and I don't often like to use that word, but it's that divine essence expressing through you what uniquely you are built to bring to the world. Downloading strength and success, supportiveness, sufficiency and self-sufficiency, thriving, the essence of I've got this, I can do this, I know how, I'll figure it out. Ingenuity, all the ways that we can create something new, a new simplified way of doing things. We're brilliant at complicating things. Let's be a genius at simplifying, shall we? Bringing in warmth, welcomeness, well-beingness, radiant, vibrant health and well-being, and I'm activating each one of the cells of your bodies here, every aspect of your being for vibrant well-being, health, resiliency, bringing in that wonderment, wisdom, wholeness. Let's download, infuse, implement, and integrate all of these new frequencies, these higher frequencies, and everything they represent, clearing and removing all old limiting patterns and programs, replacing with these new frequencies and everything they represent at all levels, layers, and depths of our beings. Filling the bones, tendons, muscles, ligaments, tissues, and fascia, flowing through our bloodstreams, central nervous systems, throughout the organs and glands, every system in your body, the energy systems and around, and then emanating out into the world, connecting with the other people, places, circumstances, events, and things that are fully aligned, creating a new scaffolding, a new bridge, a new matrix even. That building, creating a new building block, a new foundation, a new, again, scaffolding. You know, when you see scaffolding, it's a way to build upon something. Let's connect together. Let's download, infuse, implement, and integrate and activate all of this now as functional skill sets. Thank you, everyone, for being here. You're welcome to listen to these videos over and over again. They're also on my podcast, Epic Healing Transformations. And if you need a personal touch, if you feel like that you need, just kind of a little 15 or 20 minute tune-up, I'm offering mini sessions. I'll post the link below so that you can do that. They are extremely discounted in price, but I want to be here for you. I love you all dearly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for being the genius that you are in this world. Take care, everyone. We'll see you maybe tomorrow. Bye-bye.